Good, yeah. It is 5 o'clock on April the 15th, also known as Tax Day. The Bastrop EDC is called to order. At this time, we're going to convene into executive session. Sorry, guys. The executive session this evening will cover Section 551.071, consultation with attorney, real estate. Section 551.072, deliberation about the purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property, Project Bronze Star, Project Paint by Number, and 921 Main Street. Section 551.087, deliberation regarding economic development negotiations, Project Bronze Star, Project Paint by Number, and 921 Main Street. Reconvening at the time of 5:35. At this time, do we have any public comments? Moving on to regular business and presentations, let's do the approval of 3.1, approval of meeting minutes of the Bastrop EDC regular board meeting, March 18th, 2019. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, it passes. 3.2, acceptance of the Bastrop's EDC's financial summary report for period ending March 31st, 2019.
There's a microphone, so hang with me. So summary revenues and expenditures. March revenue was just shy of $200,000. Our expenses were a little over 200, so we were negative 31,000. Track that down. It was just a large amount due to C.C. Carlton for Agnes. So it's just a timing issue. It'll work itself out as the budget continues. Plus, Agnes is supposed to be done next month anyway, so we're almost to the end of that project. But that's what that is. It's just $150,000 to Agnes that hit in 1 month. So that's why we're a little out of whack. But nothing systemic. Sales tax revenue. So that was good. More than we thought. You guys are really going to like the last one. It went up 25% this last round, so we're really happy with that. So you'll see that reflected, obviously, in the next board meeting. Expenditures budget to actual. You can see there's your budget to actual. So we were 31 in the negative for the month, but so far, we're $62,000 to the good here. So nothing too crazy about that. But I will point out that the occupancy got a little better this month, so that didn't have that weird overlap. Trail system still sitting there. Again, we're looking to an August start date. So I'll sit there until construction actually begins. Business Park MLK, we just talked about that. As soon as we get that interlocal agreement going in the county and everybody signs the ILA, we will move forward on that project. And then Agnes, you can see, is winding down, which is good, and it's almost done. So again, we're expecting a late May completion date. So far, so good on the budget and the budget balance. The fund itself, yes?
Do you have any reason to think Agnes looks like it's budget, not going to be any overages or anything? No.
When we did the budget transfers last time, or February, whenever we did that, we put in an extra, I think, $150,000 or $200,000 of the Agnes budget to make sure that we're covering it. So it shouldn't be. It'll be less than $200,000 overrun, but it will be an overrun. Okay, fund budget balance. Again, we're doing fine on the actual balance itself on the fund. Debt obligation. I might stop giving you this because it doesn't change. Unless we get a new bond, and then it will change. So that's it for the financials.
Any questions? Do I have a motion?
I move to accept the February financials as presented.
March.
Second.
March financials.
Okay, all those in favor? And opposed? And it passes. 3.3, update staff activities. Sorry.
It's all right, we'll get through it. Jean attended the board meeting on my behalf on March 20th. When I could speak, I spoke to associates on the 21st, just brought them up to speed about what we think is happening and where we're going. The mayor and I attended the Texas Legislative Conference in New Braunfels, which was great. Our state senator was a speaker there, so we sponsored it. You know, it's always more interesting in a session year than a non-session year, so that was good. I went to Salt Lake City at the end of March to go to the Site Selectors Guild. So that's where about 53 site selectors, the top site selectors in the country, really the world, go, and they all gather. You get to talk to them, and now that I'm in my new position, it was an easy way to kind of be like, hey, how are you, and all these things. The mid-year conference is in Dallas in September, so we're going to try and attend that because it's easy and cheaper, so we're going to try to do that. We hosted the monthly Best Breakfast on March 29th across the street at the Convention Center. Sam attended, and you were there, and thank you for the food. Kevin, it went really well. We had the Rural Capital Area Workforce Solutions team there to talk about, and Mayor, you were there too, sorry, for a little while. And so what we talked about from a county-wide is workforce and what they can do to help us with workforce and align the workforce needs with their programs. So it was a really great meeting. We followed that up on the 12th, actually. They came back and participated in Youth Career Day, which was fantastic. And congrats to Jean for pulling that off and to the staff for helping her pull that off. It was really well attended. I wasn't there because I had to go to Washington, but from everything I've seen, it was a rousing success. The workforce commissioner, Alvarez, was thoroughly impressed, and we have it on camera, him saying that this should be replicated across the state as a model. So we're going to try and tout that as a great thing. And so really it all came together great. Our workforce training and what we're trying to learn about our workforce and our workforce needs is coming along wonderfully. So now we'll start actually implementing some programs with Rural Capital Area, ACC, our school district, to try and get more training programs in our schools, as well as out into the community for adults during after school hours, and try to overlap that in some way. So we're not just upskilling the kids, but we're upskilling adults too that need it and get a better job. So I'm really excited about where we're going with this in just a really pretty short time. But Career Day was really outstanding. So well done, and thank you to everybody doing everything for that. I went to Washington last Friday to sit for my Certified Economic Developer exam, and I'm happy to say I passed.
Yeah. And that's your lapel pin, isn't it, Mike?
Huh?
That's your lapel pin. There you go.
It's not an easy test. Generally speaking, it's about a 30% pass rate historically, so it's not easy. And it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun to study for. It wasn't fun to take. But it's over now. So now I just need to keep the certification up, as you would any professional certifications. So there's things I need to do to get points and keep it going. But many of those things are things we already do anyway, so that's good. But the test is done. Thank you. It was a contract, part of my contract too, so. Yeah. Although I need to go back and read if it was, I need to just sit for it or actually need to pass it. But anyway, I passed it, so 2 birds, 1 stone. We are sponsoring, as a platinum sponsor package, a table on Main. Again, we want to bring awareness to our downtown and activate and do as much as we can. And so we're going to participate. We'll be reaching out to y'all really soon because it's at the end of the month. We have 28th, I believe, which I think is the 28th. We have 8 seats. I know my wife and I want to come and do that, so we have 6 seats. So if anybody wants to be at our table, let us know. So we'll have prominent placement and really support Main Street in this regard, and so I think it was a good buy. Activity, no out-of-region visits this month. I could count the site sectors, but they're not prospects, so I don't count them that way. Source of leads, there were 5, so 26 for the year. Prospect follow-up request, Gene's been busy. And prospect visits, two new ones. So that's really good to start to see that tick up. So that's 7 for the year, 3 repeats for the year. No announcements yet, but hopefully that's coming. Visitor retention expansion, we weren't counting it last year, so that's still 0. But March 2019, 11 total engagements, 3 in person, 5 assistance requests, and 3 workforce development meetings. So still a pretty good clip with BRE. Leads, there's the breakout by industry. You can still see it's manufacturing, and I don't expect that to change. Project updates, though, that's over 60. That's about 6,100 jobs. I forgot all of them. 4.3 million square feet and 1.6 billion in investment. So there's a lot of them are sizable projects. And again, as an aggregate, we'll be able to track that in the long run and do that. Website analytics continue to look great. And I won't dig too much in that. If you forgive me, you can read that. But still great from California and Illinois are both really important to keep doing our marketing efforts towards. Virginia's interesting. I still don't know. I can't figure out why Virginia, but we'll take it. In Ohio. Fallon continues to look at this and target our ads to the places that people are looking, and so we'll continue to do that. So speaking of social media engagement, we continue to trend around that 5,200 mark every month. So I'm happy with that. Every time we do a new video or something, that spikes, and that helps with our numbers, which another one's coming out soon. But as soon as we actually get a marketing plan in place later this year, and we get that in a new strategic plan, we'll actually have some goals in social media that we'll want to put down on paper and try to achieve. But right now, we're doing pretty well. So speaking of that, Facebook highlights, we reached over 25,000 people, 3,000 clicks, and 9,800 video views, which is pretty staggering. Of course, Meet the Bear Text video was the main driver behind that, but then others, obviously, at 50% more than that, they went and watched our other videos. So that's really great to see. And when we get a new website, the videos will have a more prominent placement on that, so they can see what we're doing. So if you haven't watched Meet the Bear Text, I encourage you to. I know we showed it here, but we've revised it a little bit since then, so go take a look. Project updates. Agnes continues on track for late May. 921 Main, the remediation is done for now until we build the building. You may have seen the advertiser article about that, just saying it's done, but more will follow when it makes sense. I mentioned Downtown Trail already, and I mentioned the Technology Drive already, so we're moving forward on all of those that I can share with you in public. And that is it for for this.
Any comments or questions? No, great job. Okay. With that said, I think we're finished. So we'll adjourn the meeting. It is 5:48. 5:48. Thank you.
Thank you.